Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're continuing with halachot of Hanuka. This is now Siman Tafresh Pei Gimel. We finished Kriyat Torah, and now we continue to the Halel. Maran says, Kol Shemonat Yimei Hanuka Gomrim et Halel. All the 8 days of Hanukkah, we're going to finish the Halel. Now, to do with this, it's actually very, very important. Why? Because first of all, we have to understand why do we do Halel every single day, and why do we do the full Halel? So number one, we have to make the bracha of ligmor et Halel. However, though, b'diavad, if a person came and he made a mistake and he said likro et Halel, he's still going to be Yitzhak Chuvah. Now the question is why? The reason why is because ligmor does not mean here to finish, to complete. It also means to read. So because of that, the Rav Chida comes and he says, what happens if a person in the middle of Halel of Chanukah, he realized 1 second, I forgot to make a bracha. So now for Moroccans, this is not usually going to happen because it's either you sell ligmor or you sell likro. But for example, let's say you're talking about the Edot Mizrach. The Ashkenazim also make a bracha of likro. So let's say you're talking about Edot Mizrach. They don't make a bracha on Halel. So therefore, during the regular months. So what happens is they come on Hanukkah, they forgot, they're in the middle of the Halel, and all of a sudden he says, 1 second, I forgot to make the bracha. Here he's allowed to make the bracha right then and there of ligmor et Halel. Now, if you tell me ligmor means to finish, what do you mean to finish? You didn't finish it, you're in the middle. How are you going to make a bracha now to finish? But if you're telling me ligmor means to read, so therefore you're allowed to make a bracha as long as you didn't finish. So as long as you didn't finish the Halel, you're allowed to come, and you're allowed to make the bracha of the Halel. That is going to be halakha number 1. Halakha number 2 now is going to be, what about the women? So there's a machloka between Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul and Rav Vadi Yosef. Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul comes and he says, 1 second, is a woman obligated in Chanukah? And the answer is, Chanukiyah. She's obligated in Chanukiyah? Yes. Why? The Gemara says the Megillah and Chanukah, they were also part of the miracle. Machloket Rashi and Tosafot. Doesn't mean they were part of the miracle, meaning part of the decree, and then they were saved, right? Because they were also, they had the decrees against them that they had to be, right, with the non-Jews. Or do we say that they were the main cause of the miracle? Meaning we know that it was Yehudit in Chanukah and it was Esther on Purim. So the machloket is when we say that they were also part of the miracle, does it mean they were part of the miracle because there was a decree against them and then it was annulled and therefore they also are obligated in it? Or do we say they were the main part of the miracle, of the theme, whether it's going to be of Chanukah and Purim? But whichever way that you go, since they were part of the Nes, says Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul, just like she's chayevet in Chanukiyah, so too she's going to be chayevet in the Halel, and she should say a bracha on the Halel. Rav Ovadia argues and he says no. He says really, be'emet, you're right. They're part of the miracle, yes, but they're not obligated in the Halel. Since they're not obligated in the Halel, right? They don't need to say it. However, though, he does say, he brings a proof from the Chagim, because women are obligated in the Chagim, but they're not obligated in the Halel of Chagim. However, though, he does bring down that if they do want to come, right, and say it, they're allowed to say it, but just without a bracha. Obviously, you have what to rely on, because it's Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul and the others, that if a woman does want to come and she wants to say the Halel, she could say the full Halel with a bracha. The only difference between them basically is it an obligation or not, and do they make the bracha or not. The last halakha we'll just mention is, why do we do Halel every single day, full Halel? So the Mishnah Berurah brings down, Lefi shebechol yom nosaf nes chadash. We know every single day of Chanukah, there was a new miracle. So since it was a new miracle every single day of the day of Chanukah, so therefore you're going to make a new Halel Gamur every single day of Chanukah. That's what's brought down, but there's other reasons brought down in the Bet Yosef. What other reasons are brought down in the Bet Yosef? One of them is, it's exactly like Sukkot. Why is it that Sukkot Chol HaMoed, you come and you make a Halel Gamur every single day and not on Pesach Chol HaMoed? Pesach Chol HaMoed, you only do Chetzi Halel, right? You only do half. On Chol HaMoed Sukkot, you do full. Why? Because it's Chaluk beKorbenotav. What does that mean? Every single day of Sukkot, it's a different Korban. What does that mean? It's a different Korban. Each one has a different Korban. Since it's differentiated in the Korbanot, you make Halel Gamur every single day. Chanukah is the exact same thing. Every single day, right, was a different miracle. So you're going to come and you're going to make a bracha. But not only for the miracle, the parasha. Every single day, it's a new Nasi. And every Nasi on that day had to bring a korban, and he had to say the full Halel. So therefore, in order for us to emulate that as well, every single day we come and we're going to say the Halel Gamur, because of that Nasi, because it's Chaluk beKorbanotav. It's different in the fact of who's bringing the korban and the way that we're saying it. So because of that, that's what he comes and he says that we're obligated to do Halel every single day. And then we'll speak about, there's other halachot also to do with the Halel, Be'ezrat Hashem on Sunday.